Good evening. Be prepared to shell out more for gas this summer. As of right now, gas prices in our city range between $118.9 to $126.9 a liter. And it seems what's driving the hike is a situation happening more than 12,000 kilometers away.
It's a quick fill-up for Mike Rosenberg before he hits the highway. The British Columbia resident was in Saskatchewan for the past week. Now he says he's happy to be paying $118.9 a liter, opposed to what he usually pays.
And also down in Vancouver, there's various taxes that the gas prices have always been 15 cents more.
Right now, these drivers are filling up at a cheaper price, but these prices aren't expected to last. As of right now, Alberta is the cheapest when it comes to the average price of gasoline. Lloydminster is averaging around $121.10. Edmonton is sitting at around $126.6. Now, Eastern Canada is shelling out about 15 cents more, but right now, leading the country with the highest spike is Vancouver. Gas is sitting at $154.89. And it's the scene being played out more than 12,000 kilometers away that is the reason for the jump at the pumps. Iraq is on the brink of a civil war. Militants have taken over one of the refineries that supplies the country with oil, and with that, it's putting a strain on others.
And so it's a reaction to market demands, and market sets the price of the gas, not the real cost of purchasing that gas.
Phil Allen with Lakeland College says it's a familiar situation. If a war breaks out, those refineries are out of the picture, which means people turn to others, making the demand high but the supply low, and it's the consumers who pay.
If this prolongs and the civil war does impact their exports, you may actually see what we saw on a couple occasions where certain suppliers actually are out of gas.
Unfortunately, it's a reality drivers can't escape, especially for those who travel for work.
The gas prices is upsetting. It's frustrating, especially when these kind of vehicles or trucks or cars, right? It's a lot harder on fuel.
For others, they are getting a bit of a relief. This truck requires $150 to top off.
I did 100, but with that, we got a savings card, so 40 cents a liter we saved. So it's good, yeah, because he just bought this truck.
And so as the situation in Iraq intensifies, all eyes are on the pumps, hoping these higher prices eventually come to a stop.
Now we will have more on the situation in Iraq a little later in our newscast. Well, cities like Lloydminster may be getting some extra attention from bigger companies after a new global study says smaller Canadian cities have some of the lowest corporate taxes in the business world. Now, the study by professional services company KPMG looked at municipal, provincial, and federal taxes in 107 cities and 10 major countries around the world. Economic Development Officer John Anderson says the report is the go-to study for international business site selection, and this is the first year the border city has been included.
We actually look forward to getting a lot more business investment inquiries, in part because of this study. We know that the general drivers are strong in Lloydminster and Canada, and Lloydminster specifically, and being included in this study means we get to display those strengths.
Anderson says while the low tax rate is part of the border city's appeal, it doesn't tell the whole story.
We're a gateway community for a lot of Alberta's energy development, and we're close to those market opportunities, and we're far enough away that we're still low cost. So we get the benefit of being a low tax jurisdiction and a market-rich investment opportunity.
Now, the report calls Edmonton the most tax competitive smaller city in Canada, with Saskatoon in 6th place.